What's up, guys? This is Crazy of Brooklyn Gamers. Today I'm here with Rainbow Six Siege to show you how to unlock Renown quick. For those of you who don't know, Renown is the currency in the game that allows you to unlock operators, which are the most important thing. It also lets you unlock weapon skins and weapon attachments. So there's really 4 ways I want to talk about how you're going to unlock this super quick. The first being tutorials. It's in the main menu. You're just going to want to grab this menu, grab this menu. You're going to want to go into this menu, watch these 3 videos. You can skip them and you get 200 points each. After you do all 3 videos, you get an additional 200 points, and this will give you 800 Renown altogether. And it takes about 10 seconds, and it gives you enough for 1 operator and even a little extra to unlock a weapon attachment. So don't skip that. I know a lot of people aren't even going to go into that menu because we all know how to play first-person shooters, or most of us do, and it's kind of hidden. So don't miss that one. The second being Uplay. If you don't have an account, make one, because anytime you play a Ubisoft game, you accumulate Uplay points, which you can then spend on their app, and this is where you can get some quick Renown and some other cool stuff as well. Here, let's see. So as you can see, I got the Splinter Cell weapon skin, I have a Ghost Recon weapon skin, and this fire weapon skin is from the beta. They gave me a booster, which I'll talk a little bit about later. That also gets you Renown. And on the bottom left here, you'll see we got some Renown from them. I believe it was 200 points. You spend some Uplay points on here, no real world money, and that's it. Like, it takes 2 seconds, and it's totally worth it, because between the tutorials and this, you have enough for 2 operators, and that's great because then you have an attack and a defend. So let's get back to the main menu and talk about situations, which are important for 2 reasons. Obviously Renown, which is what we're talking about, but I just want to touch on this real quick because situations are basically the single player of this game. They're missions, they're not tutorials. A lot of people are going to skip these because they're like, oh, I just want to get into the game. I highly recommend playing them because they will teach you the mechanics of Rainbow Six Siege, which are very different from all the other Rainbow Six games. And it's gonna, once you do all these, you're gonna know how to play this game. They run you through a lot of them, all the maps, I believe. Yes, they run you through all the maps, and they teach you how to play as a lot of the operators. So you'll go into multiplayer having a clear idea of how things work instead of just trying to figure it out and getting killed over and over again. It's a very tactical game, a lot of destruction, and each operator has a cool ability that is fun to test out in this kind of mode where there's there's no pressure. So that being said, they also give you a ton of Renown. Each star, as you can see, each mission has 3 stars you can do. Those are additional objectives. You don't have to do them, but each star will give you, I believe, 200 Renown each. So you can get 600 Renown if you get all 3 stars, and then you get even more Renown just for beating the mission. So altogether, after I did these, I think I had enough Renown to buy about between 6 and 8 operators, which is really good. And again, it helps you just understand this game. I recommend just running through them, get as many stars as you can. Some of them are going to be a pain. Just go back to them later because the stars will stay. You don't have to get all 3 stars at once. If you get 2 specific star without having to do easier, it's really not that hard to do. This might take you about 2 hours tops, but it's, again, like, you're gonna get so much Renown that you'll be able to go into your operators and really go to town. You can unlock a ton. I mean, I went into multiplayer already having a lot of guys, and it gives you a huge advantage because you got to remember, when you get into multiplayer, you can't pick 2 of the same operators. So if you only have 2 operators open and someone picks one before you, like the one that you have unlocked, you actually can't play as him that round until the next round, and maybe you get it first. So you want to have some options before you go into multiplayer. So the third thing I want to talk about, this is probably the cheapest way to get Renown, but I'm going to talk about it because some people don't have a lot of time on their hands, and I know a lot of you against microtransactions, but FYI, all the DLC in this game is free, so don't complain about the microtransactions. It's, I think it's worth it. So boosters, I talked about a little bit before. They basically will boost your, it's basically like double XP in Call of Duty. They give you more Renown per multiplayer match. It's not double though, it's certain percentages. And what'll happen though is if your whole squad has boosters on, it increases all of your booster percentages. I saw a team had 95% boost, which is basically double XP. And that'll give you so much Renown. This is real world money though, you have to spend on this. I don't even know, let's see how much it is. So these are R6 credits. this is real world money. So that's the second currency. If you look in the upper right, you'll have the yellow dog tags, which are your Renown, and then next to that is the real world currency, which is the Rainbow Six credits. And you have to buy currency packs. As you can see right here, we can show you. So 600 credits is $5. That doesn't even really, that can get you a couple boosters. You know, I bought one pack, I'm not gonna lie, because I wanted some cool weapon skins. I'm not really using it for the boosters, because really, if you do everything else that I said, you really don't need them. But again, if you don't have the time, you really just want to get all the operators, you can go for these boosters, and that'll elevate your game. Elevate the speed at which you get these operators, because that's, you know, it's the cheapest way, but whatever. As you can see, I didn't do any boosting, and I got almost all of them. I have what, 5, 6, 7 left. So I'm also level 20 multiplayer. I did get some of these guys obviously from playing through multiplayer. Even if you don't have any boosters, you'll still get about anywhere from 150 to like 300 renown per game if, you know, you do really well. 150 I think being on the lower end, you know, if you lose. So that's really it, guys. I'm enjoying the game. It's very similar to Rainbow Six 3 from the original Xbox. If you were huge fans of the Vegas series, it's definitely not similar. So I would recommend, you know, I'll post a Let's Play tomorrow. You can kind of watch. There's plenty of videos online. It's a lot of fun. It's tactical. It's very different from Call of Duty in a good way. You know, they're both very different. So I think these two games are gonna be taking a lot of my time because they are so different but very enjoyable, and free DLC, which you can't really beat. This is the first piece of advice. I'm gonna make more videos. This is, again, like step one in this game should be hitting all those points I said. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next.